This is Stories in Ylelmore, Episode 3. Wolf Watching. Hi, this is Stories in Ylelmore, and I'm Keryth, and this is my co-host, Rion.
Hi.
And our assistant...
Why am I the assistant? Why
Elas.
are you even here?
You keep saying that.
Because they're still here. Why wouldn't I be? She said I could come.
And you're our assistant because you're new.
This is the what? The third episode?
Yes, this is our third episode, which means we have 2 more episodes of experience than you do.
2 isn't a big difference.
And we've solved 2 whole mysteries.
Wait. What was the first one?
See, they haven't even listened to our other episode.
You never told me the name of the podcast. I keep asking, and every time you just glared at me. See? How am I supposed to get the name from that?
Can't you two at least try to get along?
I'm trying.
Can't you try, Rion? For me?
I did try. I tried, and they made fun of you. I tried, and they tried to break your recorder. I tried, and they tried to fight you.
Yeah, Rion's not going to like you.
Yes, exactly. Go home.
But I want to get to know you better.
Why?
I don't know yet. They just don't make sense to me.
They don't even make sense to themselves.
Hey!
Exactly!
What?
Maybe we should get to know each other better.
You mean get to know them?
Uh-huh.
We did an entire investigation on them.
Then why don't we investigate ourselves?
Ourselves?
Yeah, learning about each other goes both ways, right? We were going to have a sleepover at your house tonight anyway.
No. We were going to have a sleepover.
Maybe we could invite Elas. Just this one time. I'll give you a Keryth favor.
4 Keryth favors. Whenever I want.
3.
Is anyone going to ask if I even want to join your stupid sleepover?
Do you have plans?
Well, no.
So you want to spend your time home alone instead of going to a sleepover?
I wouldn't be alone.
It will look like you have actual friends.
I have friends.
Friends who like you enough to invite you to a sleepover.
They don't do stuff like that.
3 Keryth favors.
5 Keryth favors.
Rion!
6.
Now you're just being difficult. 4 Keryth favors and I'll buy you ice cream for a week.
Fine.
Then it's all set. Meet at Rion's tonight. Hi, this is Keryth in the car, almost at Rion's house.
Hey, sweetie. What are you doing?
Recording for an investigation.
Is it going well?
Mama, I'm working.
Well, is it going well?
It's going fine, but I need to finish my report.
Okay, baby.
Can you turn on the radio?
Sure.
The plan today is to get Rion and Elas to stop trying to fight each other every time we meet. I think part of it's because we don't really get each other. I don't really understand Elas either, but stuff like that is really important to Rion. So, I'm hoping that if we can hang out tonight, they'll get to know each other a little better. Maybe not, like each other, but I don't know. I think Elas might be more like us. Besides, it would be cool to have someone else in the podcast. Rion's always so busy with clubs and student council and studying, and I don't know, maybe it would be kind of nice to have more than one friend.
Oh, we're here. Is that your new little friend?
Their name is Elas.
Hi, Elas. I'm Keryth's mom.
Hi, Mrs. Keryth's mom.
Should I meet your parents?
No, I walked here by myself, ma'am.
I see. Well, let's go inside and meet Rion's dad.
Is there a reason you're watching over us if Rion's dad is here?
That's because it's a full moon, and Rion's mom is out of town.
Where's his mom?
Out of town.
Evie, how's it going?
Thanks so much for stopping by.
It's no problem. Where is everyone?
Outside, getting ready. Everyone's a little twitchy this time around.
Oh, Nils too? Congratulations! So it's just Rion?
It's just Rion, Keryth, and
This is Elas.
hello, Elas. I'm Evir, Rion's dad. Thank you for keeping him company.
What about me?
It's always nice to have you around, Keryth.
Come on, Elas. Rion's room is this way.
So level with me up here. You got a plan for dinner?
I was thinking,
We have to stay in his room?
I mean, you can sleep in one of his brother's rooms, but we never know if you're gonna come back inside.
They get to decide?
Sometimes.
What? They can just come inside?
Uh-huh. They usually come in at dawn or just a little earlier. And Nils always kicks me out of his bed, so it's easier to sleep on the floor.
Is it even safe then to even be here?
Do you think my mom would let me come here if it wasn't? We're supposed to stay inside,
So it's
though.
not safe.
If you're gonna start saying stupid stuff about Rion's family, you can just go home. Sorry. It's safe. And Rion's family is nice.
Okay. What about Rion? Aren't we researching him?
You don't know anything about werewolves?
Why would I?
I don't know. I just thought since people are that way about your family being cursed without knowing anything about it, that you'd at least try to learn about something you didn't understand before being a jerk. Rion's too young.
There's an age thing?
They have to grow up a little or else we'd have a lot of little kid werewolves, and Nils used to bite people before he changed.
What about...
He doesn't anymore.
That's good.
I think you might be a good person if you decided to stop being a jerk.
So you think I'm a jerk?
I know you're a jerk.
And why did you even invite me here?
Because I think that maybe you don't have to be.
Oh. Sorry. For calling him a dog.
You should tell him that.
Yeah.
Rion doesn't like people near his desk, so we should stay by the window.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I called you a failed witch, too.
Why?
What?
Why are you sorry for calling me a failed witch? It's true. Everybody thinks
But
that.
didn't you shatter all the light bulbs in the cafeteria?
Yeah? A good witch wouldn't do that. A good witch can control their magic. I couldn't even use magic until 3 years ago. So, I'm a failed witch.
It still wasn't nice to say.
So, it's true.
So, I'm sorry for not being nice.
We've gotta go find Rion.
So I can apologize?
If you want. But we gotta say hi to his family. Hi, Rion.
Keryth. Keryth?
Hi, Nils.
Junior! Keryth's here!
Hi, Keryth.
Hey, she's my friend.
Shut up. We haven't seen Keryth in forever.
I saw you yesterday.
Who's this?
This is Elas. They're the new kid.
Oh, yeah. I remember hearing about them.
Yeah, this is the jerk. They're smaller than I imagined.
Everyone in that year looks small next to Keryth.
I hope you have fun tonight.
It's always fun.
Oh, hey, I wanted to interview you.
Now,
When else?
Interview.
you're gonna interview him, but not me.
Well, he's been doing it for long.
I've been able to shift for half a year.
And Junior could change since 2 whole years ago.
Still.
What's it feel like to shift?
Funny.
Funny how?
It gets really itchy before a full moon whenever I'm going to change. Like, my skin doesn't feel right, and then it's weird. It's kind of like it burns, but it's a stretch, and then bang, I'm a wolf.
Wait, so you don't just change on the full moon?
No, we can change whenever we match the fragment we got.
I don't get it.
So werewolves have a little bit of a spirit in us. A long time ago, one of our great-great-grandparents made a deal or got a blessing or something.
Or something.
It's not a blessing, it's a promise. We keep it alive in us and take care of it, and it lets us shift. It also makes us kind of strong, too.
And kind of fast. I can run faster now. I think.
Yeah, but it's not a lot unless we shift.
But when do you shift?
Whenever we resonate with the spirit.
Huh?
It's like, usually me and the spirit are listening to different songs. I can sort of hear what the spirit is listening to sometimes, and sometimes I can't. But there are times when the spirit's music is so loud, or my music is so loud, that we end up dancing together. And that's when I can shift.
And when does that happen?
Well, it always happens when the moon is full. But it can also happen when we feel a really strong emotion. I think Dad can shift whenever he wants because he practiced.
So if I made you really, really mad?
That might do it. Oh, but it doesn't mean I hurt you. It just means that I'd shift, or like, kinda shift. Like, I'd grow all fur, but still stand up and stuff.
I know the answer to this one, but can you say it for the interview? So, you're still in control when you're a wolf.
It's different. I think different. Because me and the spirit are kind of the same when that happens. But neither of us wants to hurt anybody. It just scares people because we're not used to it.
So just because it's scary doesn't mean that it's bad.
Exactly.
I think you look cute as a wolf.
Really?
Yeah, who doesn't like a really big puppy?
We're not puppies, Keryth.
You keep saying that, and I don't believe you.
We have to go.
Bye!
Bye.
Stay out of my room.
Was that good? Do you think that was a good interview?
If you wanted a good interview, you should have asked Dad.
They seem nice,
Of course they're nice. We're Rion's family.
but they didn't like me.
Because you called me a dog.
You told them?
Why wouldn't I?
Maybe I should go.
Do you always run when your problems catch up with you?
No,
Why do they always go to the waterfall?
I don't know. It's something about paying their respects to the spirit. Before we moved, Dad and the rest of the family would turn off all the lights. And we'd have to read and stuff, with a bunch of wolves getting stuck in the doorways.
Should we follow them?
Guys, come inside. Pizza's here.
Hello, this is Keryth, Rion, and Elas at Rion's house. Say hi!
Hi.
Hi. Before we start, I think there's something Elas wants to say to Rion.
what? No, I am. Well, she's right. I wanted to. Your family is really nice, and it was wrong of me to call you a dog. I didn't mean it, and I'm really, really sorry.
Rion?
Thanks. But I still don't like you.
That's fair. I'm really sorry.
See? They're not that bad.
Mm,
Now, let's talk about tonight's plan.
what plan?
The plan where we sneak out and get to see actual werewolves running around and maybe get to see them shift.
Keryth, what?
Yeah, Rion's right. What?
Don't agree with me.
Well, your brother already said that it's safe. And I read online that if someone the werewolf loves chucks clothes at them, they'll turn back.
Keryth, that's only kind of true.
So they won't shift back.
No. They will.
But what's the problem?
We're supposed to stay inside.
Why?
Because it's night and we'll be in the woods and we can get lost.
I thought of that. And I brought my home tether.
You what?
What's a home tether?
She used to get lost a lot after her family got the bookshop, so her mom made her a tether.
It's a compass and it always points to this thingy.
Are you supposed to take that out of your house?
No, but I haven't lost it forever. Besides, it's perfect.
But we're supposed to stay inside.
So we don't get lost in the forest at night. I fixed that. We won't get lost.
Are you sure it'll work?
Uh-huh. My mom made it. She's always been good at enchanting things. See? It's always pointed at the box.
What's in there?
I don't know. But you shouldn't touch it.
How do you know that you didn't mess it up by bringing it here?
I was very, 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 very careful.
Can I see it?
Uh-huh. Benito always points to the little house picture.
How far does it work for?
Well, as far as the river once. And we won't be going that far in. Can you find a waterfall in the
I
dark?
don't know. I don't usually go out at night.
I brought a flashlight too. Extra thick socks, bug spray, and a map.
Well, I can read a map.
Okay. Where do you think we'd end up?
They always talk about it. A big field.
This one?
It could be this one too.
Where else?
They also talk about the river and the really big tree.
Mom is always sort of glowing.
Uh-huh. They say it's pretty at night.
The tree does what? Stop glaring at me.
It's the oldest tree in the forest. It might be a spirit or it might be blessed away if the mansion is cursed. Nobody knows. But it just sort of glows.
Like, all the time?
The leaves even glow after they fall off. It's really pretty. Well, that makes 3 places to look.
That's all.
Uh-huh. 3's a good number. And we gotta get back before Mama finds out we're gone.
What if we get caught?
The plan is not to get caught, Rion.
But what if we do?
Then we'll figure that out later. Come on, don't you want to see what it looks like?
Sort of.
And you're sure it's only sort of. You're not curious about what your family does at all.
I am curious.
What?
I want to see it.
It'll be super cool. They don't even have to know we're there. The clothes are only for emergencies.
Fine.
Give me your phone. We'll leave at midnight. Come on, put on your boots.
Can't we sleep a little longer?
We can go with or without you.
The coast is clear.
Come on, Elas, you're so slow.
Okay, I'm dressed.
The worst part is the backyard.
Uh-huh, I could try a cloaking spell, but...
I think we can make it if we just run.
Okay, one last time. Home tether.
I have it.
And the thing it's tethered to.
On my desk.
I have the flashlight.
And I have the map and the compass.
Okay, on the count of 3.
What happens on 3?
We went into a forest. 1,
2.
3.
The light's still out.
and the tether?
It's still pointing, that way.
Perfect.
Where should we go first?
The tree.
The tree sounds cool.
Then we'll go to the tree. It should be that way.
Okay. Do you really think it's that pretty at night?
Yeah, it's pretty during the day.
Elas, it's like gold and green and silver and waves of it peek through the bark.
Shouldn't we be able to see it from here? If it's so big?
It's not big, it's wide. Right, Rion?
It takes up most of the valley.
Ooh, we should have done this earlier.
Don't you think it's scary?
The tree.
I mean, it could be cursed.
Not everything that's cursed is bad. Just how everything that's blessed isn't always good. Spirits are weird.
If you're a failed witch.
Watch it.
I'm sorry, she said I don't know what else to call her.
Late bloomer.
Don't call me that, Rion.
But that's what you are, isn't it? It's not that you can't use magic, it's that it came in late.
I know, but when it didn't come in, it was just like people were waiting for it. Even though it didn't show up when I was 6 or 7 or 8. And they looked at me weird, like they were sad, but they were glad it wasn't them. And they kept saying, we'll talk to the spirit, but that never helped. And I don't know. It made me feel alone sometimes. Even before we left the coven.
Then what should we call it?
I don't know. Being slow? Failed witch work.
You're not allowed to call yourself
Maybe we can come up with something together. Something nice.
Does it really matter?
that. How about magic confused?
What?
magic trouble.
Ew, no.
Spell-tied.
Maybe.
Keryth would be a great witch someday, but she's a little spell-tied right now.
What are you doing?
Trying it out. It's how I figured out what I liked.
Keryth gets a little spell-tied sometimes, but she works really hard.
I don't think so.
What about practically challenged?
I'm good at theories and bad at using magic.
What about theory-focused?
I'm not good at magic because I'm theory-focused.
No, it's just that you're good at theories. Maybe it's better to focus on what you can do instead of what you can't.
Oh, like Keryth is more theory-focused, so it might take her longer to enchant
It
things.
doesn't.
Exactly. Because she can run circles around everyone else when it comes to theories.
But I'm still bad at actual magic.
But you're not a failed witch. You're theory-focused.
But
And you can cast spell circles really well. You gotta deceive a ghost in your attic.
The what?
there's a ghost of a sort of dead witch in my attic. We thought my mom's had killed him, but it turns out that he was just a really bad witch.
Did he crash?
He fell off his broom.
I didn't know that witches did that.
They don't usually. No one around here does because of all the safety spells.
And you don't think he's a failed witch.
There's a difference between a failed witch and a bad witch.
Besides, it's not failed. It's... Some people just don't match with some spirits. You're just...
Very focused.
Yeah, how do you know so much when you can't,
Elas made a sparkle motion with their hands.
Do you think magic is sparkles?
I don't know a lot about how magic works.
It's more like carvings and circles and drawings and flowers and you.
Me?
Yeah, witches are just as important as any other ingredient.
Is that it?
I think I see it.
I don't...
I think that's it.
It feels like it.
What does that even mean?
Then it feels like the tree. Come on.
Wait, aren't we supposed to be sneaking?
Right.
I don't hear anything up ahead.
Do you think they heard us first?
I don't know.
Does shifting make you hear better?
Maybe you've never done it before.
I don't think they're
Are
here.
you sure?
No.
Maybe we should go back.
What?
We're right here.
See? I didn't know it did that. Shh. Sorry. It's like the auroras. It's so pretty.
Wow.
Come on.
But... my brothers aren't here.
This is still pretty cool.
I still don't like you.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty cool, though.
Look at all the leaves. Whoops. Here you go. One for each of us.
Oh,
Unless you don't want one.
no, thanks. Thank you.
You should probably keep it in your pocket, since we're sneaking.
Are we?
Shh! Do you want to get caught? Where are we gonna go next?
I think we head north. We can find the river and follow that to the big field.
Okay,
What are we gonna do if we run into them?
we're going to observe them, and maybe chuck pajamas at them for one of Rion's brothers.
Won't they get mad?
That's a good question.
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
Shh. What was that?
Maybe a deer or something.
Is there anything else in the forest?
Nothing dangerous, except for...
Except for what, Rion?
Well, my brothers told me about this wraith that haunts the woods.
A wraith? Why didn't you say anything?
I think we might have been playing a prank.
That's what I thought.
So we might be out here with a wraith?
No, I mean, maybe, possibly. They said she died out here because a tree fell on her near the creek and she drowned.
Really?
How far are we from the creek?
I can sort of hear it.
Maybe she's a nice wraith.
Well,
What's Rion?
they said she uses magic to drag people into the creek with her.
What?
They said she uses magic to drag people into the creek with her, but it was probably just a deer or a raccoon or something.
But it could be a
Are rapes even real?
I don't know, but Ghost Star!
It was just a raccoon.
I should have made a protection charm.
They were probably just messing with me. It was just a raccoon.
Elas! Was that you?
It wasn't me.
So, why don't we link our arms and put our backs together and then make our way to the field?
Why would we do that?
So the person in the back doesn't get picked off.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Really, really good
It's
idea.
gonna be hard for me to use the map.
Please.
Please.
Then I get to go in the front.
Arms
Locked.
locked. Good. Rion, lead the way.
This is gonna take forever.
Elas, it only works if you stay in position. Eyes. What?
There are eyes watching us
Where?
over there.
Those aren't deer eyes. Are they, Rion?
No.
Okay, do we make ourselves really big, or do we just stick together so it can't get behind us? Okay, we'll stay huddled and go back to Rion's house. Elas, do you have the tether?
Yes,
Okay, which way do we go?
it's running towards us.
It's what?
We have to run.
That's literally the worst idea!
This wasn't part of the plan, Elas! Elas!
How do you know that's Nillis?
Rion, what are you doing out here?
Elas, you're close!
Oh, he's on. He's on. Sorry, Keryth. New kid, hello? Are they alright?
No, I think you scared
You're
them.
not supposed to be out here.
We were investigating!
Well, you better get back inside before.
Rion,
Shoot. This is Keryth and
Rion.
Elas.
reporting from Rion's room. We got caught.
And lectured for 2 hours about the dangers of going into the forest at night. I didn't even know that you could talk that long about anything.
Mama's very good at lectures, but I made sure we would still be able to get home, and Rion could read a map, so I don't think it was that bad.
2 whole hours, Keryth.
But we did get to see your brother shift, so mission accomplished. And because we were super safe, we didn't get grounded,
2-hour stern warning.
which means we did really good.
And we have to make deliveries for the bookstore all next weekend.
I think we're just really short-staffed. Elas,
Yeah?
what did you think?
I think that my heart stopped.
Yeah,
And
before it got scary.
before it got scary, it was fun.
Really?
Yeah,
And you, Rion?
it was fun.
And that wraps up today's episode of Stories of Ylelmore. Tune in next time to find out. Lights out. Hi, this is Keryth. Elas said that I should say something about something going into the forest at night can be dangerous. Something we should at least tell an adult next time. Something, Keryth, this is serious. Are you listening? And I was not. So, Stories from Ylelmore is made by the It Me Podcast Production LLC. All voices are done by me. Transcripts for the episode can be found on the link in the description or at itmepodcast.com. We can also find coloring pages, bonus materials, and other podcasts. Letters can be sent to storiesfromylelmore@gmail.com. If you want to support the creator, rate, review, comment, or tell a friend about the show. If you're a grown-up and want to offer more support, maybe you can think about donating to their Ko-fi or Patreon, linked in the description. The music for this episode was Lackadaisical by Oh Yeah, The Future. Our outro is Sticky Bee by Josh Woodward. Both songs are from the Free Music Archive and are distributed under the Creative Commons Attribution License. And if you want a story about magic and the things that happen between super epic adventures, check out In Between. The trailer starts now.
Oh, hello. Welcome to the Goblin's Head. What can I get you? Coming right up. There you are. What's that? Oh, you want to know about adventurers. Are you looking to hire one or become one? Ah, just the information. Yes, we do get plenty of adventurers through here. Lots of folks off on quests or selling their services, but I admit those 5, over there in the corner, they are a bit special. Why? Well, there comes a point where an adventurer turns into a hero, doesn't there? Oh, them in particular. They've got quite the story. They didn't like each other very much at the beginning, but since then they've grown quite close. At least I think that's the case. They do still argue often. When they're not bringing wild animals in here, or summoning magical creatures into the dining room, or casting spells, that is. Honestly, the building can only take so much... Oh, what's that? I wouldn't like to tell the tales. Everything I know is second-hand. I'm always here, see. I only hear what they say while they're at the inn. Where can you learn more? I suppose you'll have to ask them. Is there anything else I can get you? In Between. That's in with 2 N's. A story of the adventure between the adventures. Find us on a podcatcher near you, or at thegoblinshead.com.